Coming up, there were 12 goals in their two meetings last season. Would it be more of the same as Leipzig and Manchester City locked horns again? And two multiple former winners, Inter and Porto, were both eyeing a place in the last 8. Those two games completed the round of 16 first legs. So far so good in general for the visitors, but with away goals no longer a factor, much remains in the balance. We begin Wednesday's review in Germany. In the group stage, RB Leipzig bounced back brilliantly from losing their opening 2 fixtures by reeling off a club record 4 successive European wins to take them through. For the 6th season in a row, Manchester City advanced as table toppers. Now they hope Erling Haaland will prove the final piece in their jigsaw as Pep's quest for European glory goes on. The pair met in the group stage last season, with City winning 6-3 at home, but losing 2-1 on German soil. Although Leipzig had lost their last 3 UCL knockout games, they had won 3 of their previous 4 at home to English opposition. Manchester City posed a very clear threat though, unbeaten in their last 8 at this stage, having not conceded in the last 4. Watching for us, Andy Townsend and Guy Mowbray.
Well, the Leipzig side shows 2 changes from Saturday's win at Wolfsburg, with Marcel Halstenberg replacing David Raum on the left side of defence, and Konrad Laimer is in for Amadou Haidara in midfield. Laimer came on to score the second in Saturday's 3-0 victory. Christopher Nkunku was also a sub in that game, and the French star continues his comeback from injury from the bench again tonight. The officials all hail from the Netherlands, led by the man in the middle, Serdar Guzuyevuk. Well, City are missing Aymeric Laporte and Kevin De Bruyne through illness. Nathan Ake and Manuel Akanji come in with what looks like a switch to a back 4. There's also a return to the starting 11 for Riyad Mahrez. He takes over from Phil Foden. Mahrez and Jack Grealish to play either side of Erling Haaland, who scored 2 goals in every one of his 3 games on this ground for Borussia Dortmund. And Haaland played under Marco Rose for both Dortmund and Salzburg. Rose saying what we all know yesterday: he's crazy about scoring. Given away by Schlager. Grealish to Mahrez. Mahrez through! Mahrez scores! Manchester City have been utterly dominant from the first few kicks of the ball tonight. And with all the defending and the tiring work that Leipzig were having to do, it was inevitable that they might tire and there would be a lack of focus at some point.
Yeah, sloppy pass from Schlager. The ball just deceives Guardiola. You watch the centre-half steps in here to try and pinch this. And Gundogan lets it go through his legs, and the finish from Riyad Mahrez is emphatic.
Here's Gundogan. Forsberg nicks it. Given away. Walker. Mahrez outside. Walker thought about it. It goes behind off Schlager for the City corner.
So much time there, Kyle Walker. He could have took the shot, he could have rolled it into Gundogan, even gone far post towards Grealish.
Mahrez with a deep one. And it's headed all the way across, and Haaland couldn't get the touch on the Rodri's header.
A wry smile from Erling Haaland. He knows perhaps he should have just stepped forward there, and he would have had a simple tap in. His Rodri, who makes the run to the back post totally unopposed, and there just on his heels a little bit, the big centre forward, which is unlike him.
Here's Bernardo Silva. No free kick. He bounced back to his feet well and gets it out to Grealish. Grealish has a go. He's too high with that one. It was similar to the one that he scored at Arsenal in the Premier League a week ago. That
exactly right. That one he managed to knock in the back of the net with a little deflection. Doesn't Bernardo Silva do great there to somehow get back on his feet? Little touch from Grealish, comes inside. He's going for the top corner. He's not far away.
Szoboszlai. That's Ruben Diaz doing well in a tight spot. Grealish hassled out of it. Forsberg. Werner. Halstenberg's clip in, Henrik's header over the bar.
Better, wasn't it? Much better. Henrik's getting himself in a really good position there, just below the penalty spot. A nice little cut back. I think could have done a little better with that.
Schlager. Szoboszlai, look at the room for Henriks here. And Henriks has put it wide. 2 chances in 2 minutes for the substitute. That one was a beauty.
What a chance. He just had to wait for the pass a little bit. Sometimes you're better off wrapping it to him and then he can take a touch and hit it. He sort of had to wait for that. And it wasn't the most convincing of finishes, was it, from Benjamin Henriks?
Guardiol. Good pace to that pass for Andre Silva. Excellent work from him. But he can't clip it over Ederson. It's a good bit of goalkeeping. Best we've seen from the Portuguese tonight.
Really good football. Lovely ball from Guardiol to find Andre Silva. Initially we thought he might try and cut it back. In the end went straight for that near post himself.
Haaland here, and Haaland gets in on goal before making a bit of a mess of it. Came off the wrong part of the boot there.
That's exactly the area that I think Manchester City now need to exploit. When they can, get him running one-on-one with people. It's a bit scruffy, the finish, isn't it? Yep, I agree with you. The run was good.
Szoboszlai just forced wide by Andre Silva. Henriks has made a massive difference. Should really have equalised. Szoboszlai. It's a lovely cross. Nobody there, but it's caused Walker enough confusion.
Yeah, it's difficult when the ball's up around your head and you're not sure. And I'm afraid rule number 1 is you have to just put it out and then deal with the incoming corner. Big shout there for Kyle Walker early on. He could have brought that down or just nodded that back to his goalkeeper.
That's a difficult one for Ederson, but he's made a good save. What a lovely strike it was from Szoboszlai. There are few in the European game who can hit a ball as sweet as he can. Ederson struggling again, and Guardiol is able to climb high and head home. Leipzig are full value for getting themselves level.
Great ball into the box, and you're absolutely right. They've been a different team since the restart. Short corner, City's slow in getting out and dealing with it. And Ederson is wandering and he's nowhere. And as soon as he turns around, all he can see is Guardiola 2 feet above Ruben Dias and co. to put his head on that and thump it into the back of the net. He is using Ruben Dias a little there with his arms for leverage, I must say.
Ruben Dias. Here's Rodri. Gundogan finds Grealish. Grealish sets off. Back to Gundogan. Good save. Haaland keeps it alive. Haaland's ball in. It's Henriks who clears it. Really sharp goalkeeping from Blasvik.
Excellent stop, wasn't it? Because it looked like that shot from Gundogan was heading for the corner.
Mahrez can't get all the way through, but there will be a corner right at the last for Manchester City here. Lima couldn't get there in time to keep it in. So this is it, last chance for Manchester City to win it. Out of the box for Gundogan. Now it will be delivered. Knocked down. There are appeals for a penalty. The referee's not going to give anything. The video assistant will have a look. Paul van Berkel, as Leipzig get on with belting it upfield. And Nkunku. Walker hacks it clear. And that will be full-time at the RB Arena. The Manchester City players are going to the referee to ask the question about whether there might have been something on for them in the box, a handball shout. Pep Guardiola is, I think, unconcerned about that. He's giving his congratulations to Marco Rosa. It'll be a cracking second leg. We hope so anyway. Knockout football. One match to decide it for a place in the quarter-finals. It'll be in Manchester in 3 weeks' time, because it's finished in Leipzig tonight. RB Leipzig 1, Manchester City 1.
Well, it was looking so comfortable for Manchester City at half-time, but Leipzig were a different proposition after the break and will head to the northwest of England next month, believing they can spring an upset. The good news for Pep Guardiola is that City have never lost a European tie after drawing the first leg away. Still to come, the final first leg as Portuguese champions Porto travel to Italy's second city to face Inter Milan.